Speaking of curing the throat, what was Hawk Tuah like? Was she cool? She seems fun.
She's blown up, huh?
Oh, she's blown.
Honestly, like I knew everyone was gonna make fun of me like for having her on, but I was like, dude, there is something to be said for
spitting on a penis.
Sound.
She's got it.
Like relentless. Relentless authenticity. Like, honestly, she is funny. She's hilarious. But
really,
I asked her what her like hobby was. Like, what do you do for fun? And she said, "I love seafood." I was like,
Hilarious. Good answer.
I love seafood, and then didn't list any more. That was it. And I was like, you're kind of a genius.
I'll be honest. That's one of my favorite hobbies.
Like,
I love seafood.
Dude, she's not, because like even people that are like, I'm just being authentic right now, and they will say like a rehearsed thing, you know, on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. She's so grateful to be successful. She was working in a spring factory when this happened with her grandmother. And also something that's so refreshing about her is that like this whole thing where all white women are like traumatized and it's like so hard for them to like get through the day and they're so fragile and delicate. But also we should be equals and president. But also we like can't get through the day, especially if you like look at me weird and I need to work from home and like, you know, and I need a mental health day. She lives with her grandmother. And I was like, oh, well, what does your mom think of all this? She's like, my mom's a crackhead.
Wow.
Like, I don't talk to her. And I was like, oh, well, is that hard for you at all? She's like, no, I'm a crack baby. It made me funny. I live with my grandmother. And like next. And it wasn't like a white woman just going on. I was like,
I love that.
I was like, that's
a great point.
This is real trauma.
Yes. And she's fine.
Yes. And instead of hearing someone blow me about their fake trauma, because they're triggered by like someone saying Merry Christmas in the office or whatever bullshit.
Sing it,
so,
sister.
Like, there was something just so, also like, you know, look, I'm like half from Virginia, Texas, and like, we hate people from Hollywood hates people from the South. They think they're dumb. It's part of the reason I wanted to work on Roseanne, because the main thing I asked Roseanne Barr before I did the show, I said, what is like the thesis of the show? Why did you want to make this? And she's like, it's so important to people that it's so important to me that people know just because we're poor doesn't mean we're stupid. And I like loved that.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? And so like Hollywood hates poor people. They think they're dumb. They think they're backward. It's like wild. I mean, The Office, I love The Office, but it is making fun of poor people.
Is that right?
Is it?
It's like, wouldn't it be funny if people worked in a paper mill and like went to Chili's? Like that's.
I don't know if that's the point.
But it's a hit.
Office,
I mean, it's so relatable.
It's a bunch of rich people from Harvard going like these idiots that work in a paper mill. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like.
But then you could say the same of The Simpsons because they're Harvard writers. But are they making fun of Homer?
Well, they're anime. Yeah, I mean, yes. I think it's just like the idea of like everyone that works in a middle America. I don't know. It's just that always kind of felt like that to me.
Right.
It felt a little bit like that to me. Like they go to Chili's. Like you just picture the writer's room being like, they should go to Chili's. Like that's hilarious. You're like, some people go to Chili's. Like,
that's true.
That's where they eat dinner.
Yeah,
like,
most of America.
You know, what if he has a PT Cruiser? Like,
right.
What a loser. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, look at Nate Bargatze, Theo. These guys really resonate, you know, because of shit like that. And that's most of the people. You go on the road and people just want to hear jokes. If you're like, I have anxiety, people in Kalamazoo are like, shut the fuck up.
Or
tell me a dick joke.
Or tell me a great anxiety joke.
Yeah.
Don't just fucking tell me your problems.
Yeah.
I didn't come here to forget my problems by just listening to your problems.
You have anxiety. I don't have health insurance.
Right. Or
you know
teeth.
What I'm saying? Yeah, I just lost my arm in a tractor accident. You know?
Yes.
So it's like she's most people. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And so I think it also was just like it came to this for people to like this whole thing of like representation on screen. We need like a half Indian trans Thai. It's like, that's not most people.
Well, that's why all that shit's failing. Like Disney they're all really losing money.
I don't know. I kind of love the new show on Peacock, Half Indian Trans Lady Boy. It's a good show. Sorry, I couldn't even get that out. I'm a little fucking out of it.
Did you?
I should have eaten before this.
Yeah.
She's just like a why not? And I also found something fascinating about the fact that she just like didn't ask for this.
Yeah,
she was
that's
like
true.
going out drinking, and there's something wild.
Although, how great would that be if this was somehow a plant? If somehow they fucking got us.
There is something
and then
weird
slowly
about
she's like,
she's so
she's
cute.
sliding shit out that's like CIA.
Yeah. it's too natural. Hawk Tuah, like you couldn't come up with. You know who's mad about it is the guy who filmed it. He's like, wait, can I get some love? And everybody's like, shut up,
dude, nah, dude. The guy that filmed it, this mother, he made so much.
Oh, he
money
did? Okay.
off of her. Started making merch. She DM'd and she was like, hey, can you take this down? Like, I have a job. Like, he got so big off of it, and she was drunk during it. So it's like you're not allowed to like have sex with a girl while she's drunk, but you can like make her famous without her consent. Like,
finally, a girl's got wild positive story.
oh yeah, totally.
She didn't show her tits. She just talked about how she sucked dick, and now she's the number 4 podcast on all of iTunes.
You're this famous for doing that. Like, people see me in the airport, they're like, tell me a joke. What do you say when you see her? Like, yeah, like, how does that work? Like, what do you get out of
Funny,
her?
there's a grandma and her granddaughter like, Hawk Tuah.
Yeah.
It's her. She's the Hawk Tuah.
We
Meet my
always
son.
had this though. I'm kind of obsessed when something like this happens. We're like, this isn't the first time this has happened. Like, remember Ken Bone?
Ken Bone.
No.
Remember?
Oh, yeah, I do remember a little.
Someone, like,
He was at one of the debates or something, right?
Yeah, like someone
or
that
town
just
hall.
didn't
Yeah,
sign
yeah.
up.
Oh, yeah. He was a meme for 10 minutes.
But also, this is another thing that it's like, I hate having to say this, but like, comics, we're not the only people that are funny.
That's true.
Like, we work harder, like
Sure.
we craft jokes, we take it seriously as a job. But like, when you see like memes now, and you're like, someone that works at like H&R Block, like, who made that?
Yeah, they are funny.
They do steal a lot of our jokes, but like,
That's true.
The Fuck Jerry feed and a bunch of the
Fat
feeds just
No, but I know what you mean. Sometimes you just meet people, who are like have no aspirations to be a comic. Like I was just in Ireland, and every fucking person who stopped me
so
in the
funny.
street, I'm like, why is this dude funnier than me? What
So
the fuck?
funny.
Like I ran into so many people just walking around like Dublin or Belfast.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, I fucking love it. There's something about like repressed Catholicism that makes
Yes.
me laugh too, where it's like it's the same shit in like Ireland as it is in like Boston.
Yes.
Where you're like,
yes.
these dudes are just fucking funny.
I know.
But they're not trying to stand up. They're like, no, it's just for my friends.
No, I'm just I'm busting chops. It's like that type of energy.
But
Totally.
my Twitter feed is all people are like all the comedians are like, we gotta stop racism, but then all the randos are like just zinging about.
You hear the one about this Mexican?
Yeah, they're great.
Nailed it. Because that's also my thing. When someone's like, you can't make that joke, I'm like, comedy is for people whose lives are hard and they need a break and
Yeah.
they need a coping mechanism.
Right.
Yeah, this wasn't for you.
Congratulations.
Comedy's for everybody. Comedy's
I
for
know, but
everybody.
I mean, it's like, I'm so
Yeah.
glad that your life is going so well that your biggest problem today is
Yes,
the joke
exactly.
I tweeted.
I
like,
know,
that's
I know.
I'm so happy for you.
Agreed.
This isn't for you.